The fort commanders are dead. Here are the seals as proof.
Excellent. Our ineffectual leaders will see my value.
I'm sure they will.
My spies tell me Athenians have gained ground. Infiltrate the forts and attack their command. Understand?
Yes. I'll do as you ask and attack the commanders. They must be faltering by now.
Athenians fail because they fear risk.
You seem pleased, General.
Supply lines cut, troops tremble, and I rise through the ranks.
Congratulations. Your strategy has served you well so far. What will it take to win?
I'm not idle while you kill commanders. I've had enemy forts surveyed and know all their supply runs.
So I've been a diversion.
Soon I'll know their sea routes.
You've made it further than most leaders.
Others boast of royal blood. I am a descendant of Heracles. That gives me more legitimate claim to lead than even Archidamos.
That's all for now.
If you're done wasting time, go and strike the fort commanders down.
As you command, General. I never thought I'd find myself back in Sparta. It looks so peaceful, despite the war raging elsewhere.
Μη χρεολιτήσεων μία τριακάδα αγελάδων, άστινα σύλληπτο παρεμβούτικο.
Αλόκοτον τα μάλλον. Κατανοώ ότι θέλεις να συναντήσεις με
Ναι, όμως γάμος
You are the eagle bearer. Wonderful. Magistrate Xanthi has spoken highly of you.
Very kind of her.
So here's the thing. My children have promising futures, but they refuse to learn and study. They think they know better, but they can't recite a poem to save their lives.
Where do I fit into this?
They've heard of the Eagle Bearer and worship the ground you walk on. If you related an epic story to them, I bet they retain it and impress their tutors.
Τούτο άδικον εστίν.
Εκτιμούμεν την ερήτρα. Η ούφες γεννήσεται, τέλος γάμου έστει. Αλλά όμως ετεροδιώνα μάθημα. Περί αγάπης
Ου δύναμε πιστεύειν τούτο.
τι προστατευτεί.
Διαλέγομαι να δει το άλλο. Μάλλον είναι δυστυχώς.
Ήκου εσάν ότι η γάτρη εκκληρονόμησε υγεία και δούλους παραθύρω.
Ποιος εμέ περιπέσει.
Εγώ έσονται του ανδρός της.
Επιθυμούμεν την ερήτρα. Η ούφες γεννήσεται, τέλος γάμου έστει.
Αλλά όμως ετεροδιώνα μάθημα.
Περί αγάπης τόπους, ο πλούτος αυτής τι προστατευτεί.
Διαλέγομαι να δει
Τι
το άλλο.
στον κόρακαν.
Μάλλον είναι δυστυχώς.
Ξένος τι ήστα όταν είναι και πλημμύρης.
Ποιος Περσέ, μια μοιή απίτρους αναμένουσα τον Νέκη.
Ποιος εμέ περιπέσει.
Και άματα αφήνει.
Της χρεοδοτικού. Εγώ, έστι τούτο το δώρον αυτής εκ του τάφου.
Αυτός εδέχθη τάφτα πως χάρη σου και νύχτη τετέαση.
Και ο
Τούτο άδικον εστίν.
είναι το σου το προσδετή.
Εκφάδες μεν γούν.
Ναι, φάδες, ναι.
Άπαξε οι συμμίξεις πάγονται πότε προσέτηκε εντός σπίτου.
Κληρονομήσας της μητρός την ουσία και λέγεις μιος περπισέν.
Ξένος τι ήστα όταν είναι και πλημμύρης.
Ποιος Περσέ,
Τύχην αγαθήλακτης.
της αναμένουσα τον Νέκη.
Ημί ο πρεσβύτερος δέχθηκε άματα αφήνει.
Της χρεοδοτικού. Εγώ, έστι τούτο το δώρον αυτής εκ του τάφου.
Αυτός εδέχθη τάφτα πως χάρη σου και νύχτη τετέαση.
It's an odd request, but I've been asked to do stranger things. I'll do it.
My children are waiting inside the temple of Dionysus Kolonatas for today's epic story. The subject is Perseus, which they should know well, but seem to forget all when questioned.
Αλλά όμως ετεροδιώνα μάθημα.
Περί αγάπης τόπους, ο πλούτος αυτής.
I know the story well, of course, but my preferred version may not be what your children expect.
Do not fear. If you need a reminder, there are many relics related to Perseus in the hall adjacent to the temple of Dionysus Kolonatas.
Good to know.
Δύναμε πιστεύειν τούτο.
Δώρον αυτής εκ του τάφου.
Αυτός εδέχθη τάφτα πως χάρη σου και νύχτη τετέαση.
Και ο οίκος, τι έστειν η πίστη. Είναι το σου το προσδετή.
Μεγαλώνουμε και πολιώνουμε, χθονία και θυροκτώνε, φυλαγρώτη και λυτηρία, δρυμονίτης και βρωτών ελπής. Ελθέ, η κατέχεις ωραίων δρυμούς, ελθέ Θεά σώτηρα, άγουσα καλούς καρπούς, από γέης ειρήνην τερατήν, καλυπλόκαμον θυγιείαν και ο Θεά εύδρομε, πέμπης δις ωραίων κεφαλάς, νόσουστε και άλγη. Επικαλούμε σε, Μάκαρ, πολιώνυμε περίπολε και τελετάρχα, Θεόν Πάτερ ιδέ και Ιε, σκυπτούχε, κούρε δημάτορ, βοτριόκοσμο διγέ των κομμών, ελθέ, Μάκαρ, μίστες υβρίων και χαρημένος εή. Μεγαλώνει θεά, αγλαότιμε, τεχνών μήτυρ, πολύολβε, πολυλίστη λυτήρα κακών, ιστρούς αυρωτών ψυχάς. Σύ θεά, δώσ' ειρήνην πολύολβων και κόρων διηγείαν, επεβόλβησιν εν ώρες, γλαυκόφ, ευρεσίτεχνε, πολυλίστη βασίλεια, ο εολόμορφε και αγιοτάτη. Μεγαλώνιμε και πολιώνιμε, χθονία και θυροκτώνε, φυλαγρώτη και λυτηρία, δρυμονίτης και βρωτών ελπίς, ελθέ, η κατέχεις ωραίων δρυμούς, ελθέ θεά σώτηρα, άγουσα καλούς καρπούς από γέης ειρήνην τερατήν, καλυπλόκαμον θυγίαν και ο θεά εύδρομε, πέμπης δις ωραίων κεφαλάς, νόσουστε και άλγη. Επικαλούμε σε, μάκαρ, πολιώνιμε, περίπολε και τελετάρχα, Θεόν Πάτερ, Ιδέ και Ιέ, σκυπτούχε, κουρεδημάτορ, βοτριόκοσμο οδηγέ των κομμών, ελθέ, μάκαρ, μίστες υβρίων και χαρημένος εή. Επικαλούμε σε, μάκαρ, πολιώνιμε, περίπολε και τελετάρχα, Θεόν Πάτερ, Ιδέ και Ιέ, σκυπτούχε, κουρεδημάτορ, βοτριόκοσμο οδηγέ των κομμών, ελθέ, μάκαρ, μίστες υβρίων και χαρημένος εή. Μεγαλώνει θεά, αγλαότιμε, τεχνών μύτη, πολύολβε, πολυλίστη λυτήρα κακών, ιστρούς αυρωτών ψυχάς. Σύ θεά, δώσ' ειρήνην πολύολβων και κόρων διηγείαν, επεβόλβησιν εν ώρες, γλαυκόφ, ευρεσίτεχνε, πολυλίστη βασίλεια, ο εολόμος...
Άνεμον διώκεις, ο άνθρωπε!
Hello, I'm...
The Eagle Barrett. We've heard all about you.
Are you going to tell us a story today? Do we have to listen? We've heard it 100 times.
Yes, that's me. And yes, I'm telling you a story. Let us sing with the voice of the goddess about the exploits of brave Perseus and noble Pegasus. Acrisius, the king of Argos, was not a good man. He had one child, a daughter, Danae. Bitter that he had no son, he went to the oracle of Delphi and heard a prophecy that chilled him.
Ooh, what was it?
The oracle said Acrisius would be killed by his grandson. But Danae was unmarried and childless at the time. To protect himself, he locked Danae in a bronze room open only to the sky.
Ooh!
However, mighty Zeus saw the girl and fell in love with her. He transformed into a golden shower and seduced her. Danae gave birth to a son, Perseus.
I knew it!
King Acrisius couldn't kill the boy for fear of angering Zeus. So he put his daughter and grandson in a wooden crate and tossed them into the wild sea to be drowned.
How horrid! Poor Perseus.
Perseus and his mother Danae were rescued on the island of Seriphos. And Perseus grew up under the care of a kindly fisherman, Dictys.
Lucky them. Did the gods help?
Maybe. Perseus learned to swim and ride and fight, and how to be good and just, even though his father was only a fisherman.
I can do all those things too!
Good for you.
Except swim.
Or be just.
Hush. Now, Dictys' brother was the ruler of the island, but he was not a good man.
He's scum.
The cruel king of Seriphos, Dictys' brother, Polydectes, decided he wanted to marry Danae, for she was still beautiful and noble. But Perseus knows his mother does not want this. Dictys couldn't stop his brother, so it was up to Perseus to interfere and be annoying.
Christos, that's your job.
I will keep the stinky king from marrying you.
The cruel, stinky king became angry. To get rid of Perseus, Polydectes sent him on an impossible quest. Prove yourself a warrior and fetch me a worthy wedding gift, the king said, by killing a great monster.
I knew it!
Shh, I knew it too.
Perseus figured out what he needed. The golden fleece of the winged ram. Said to be guarded by a monster who could turn any to stone. Luckily, Perseus was blessed by the gods, and he was guided by Athena's golden-geared owl to the monster's lair.
Athena's golden owl? That's dumb.
Sounds cute. I want one.
And armed with the vorpal sword from mighty Olethros, he faced the snake-necked, large-headed, shaggy-maned, stony-gazed Katovlepas!
No!
Huh?
Perseus avoided the Katovlepas' killing gaze and snicked the sword, lopping off the creature's head.
Ew!
He grabbed the golden fleece and wrapped the Katovlepas' head in it. Then flew back home astride winged Pegasus to save Andromeda, who was about to be eaten by the Kraken. He used the deadly head to turn the Kraken to stone.
Wait, the what? What's a kraken?
Like a giant squid?
Don't you mean the sea monster Ketos?
Pretty sure Homer said, release the Kraken, not release the Ketos.
You just made that up.
Perseus traveled to Argos with his family, and one day competed in the Great Athletic Games. He hurled the discus, and his throw was so great that it shot into the stands and struck King Acrisius. So doing, Perseus killed his grandfather and fulfilled the prophecy.
Hurrah!
You can't escape your fate.
In the end, Perseus and Andromeda settled in Mycenae as king and queen, and had 7 sons and 2 daughters, the Perside.
That was a great telling of the tale. I'll never forget it.
Maybe the best. I can't wait to tell all my friends.
Aw, thank you.
I couldn't help overhearing the end of your story. Truly inspiring, Eaglebearer. Thank you.
Η μήτρη μου είπε ότι είδε στρατιώτες Ακούσα τους στρατιώτες κατηχείοντας τα σκόμματα και κλέπτοντας άπαντα τα ζώα. Οι άνθρωποι εκκλειμώτουσαν. Ήκουσα τους στρατιώτες.
I told the story of Perseus to my tutor, and he said it was the best rendition he'd ever heard. My mother is so happy with us.
Δίναμε αμφιβολήν μία νόρμα. Άκουσα την είπε αυτό. Έσουσα την ευρώς της.
Ναι, εμφάδες μεν.
I should watch my step around here.
You're dead now!
Μεγαλώνει με θεά, αγλαώτη με, τεχνών μύθυρ πολύολ με. Ενθάδες με.
O Ira and Aphrodite, please grant my daughter the virtue of obedience. Eagle Bearer, you bless this temple with your presence. If I may ask, I'm having a little problem.
I'm not the problem. I'm a Spartan. You keep at home supervising farmers while I could be out in the world finding adventure. You give my brothers the chance to explore. Why not me?
An explorer, are you?
So you're the eagle bearer everyone's been talking about. I hope you live up to your reputation. I'm Zoferas.
Could you please educate my daughter to behave as a Spartan woman should?
If both you and Zoferas agree, I'll train your daughter to be a fine Spartan. Beginning with her physical strength, of course. It's the only way she can keep your household safe and prosperous.
The eagle bearer is right, Mater. Spartan women must be strong.
You can call me Cassandra.
I suppose if the Eagle Bearer says it. All right. Train my daughter as you see fit.
Let's begin your training with running. Try to keep up.
But Spartans never run. Only cowards do. Why should I train in running?
Strong legs mean you'll thrust your spear with more force.
And yours do seem very strong.
Let's race through the theater to the entrance of the Dromos. Last one there's a wounded goat. Glad you could make it.
I'll get you next time.
Now we'll race horses. But not like they do in athletic games. We'll make our own course.
Horses? Why should I bother with those filthy beasts? We have Elotes for that.
Horses are beasts of muscle and power. You'll never understand until you hold one between your thighs.
Well, when you put it that way, ride on.
Let's race to the bridge south of Sparta. Ready? Go! And that's how you master a beast.
That was more speed than mastery.
How are my lessons so far, Zoferas?
Not bad. But why did you decide to teach me anyway? Don't you have more exciting things to do? Treasures to find, tyrants to depose.
The secret is, by teaching a skill to someone else, you're also improving your own technique. That's the only way you'll both reach peak performance.
You'll have to show me your technique.
Do you have a suggestion for our next bit of training?
There's a place I found in the southern hills with a wonderful view. Will you go there with me?
I like the view already, but let's go.
So, does that bird follow you everywhere?
Ikaros? Yes, he likes to keep an eye on me. Are you jealous?
You don't mind being watched? I don't either. Did Zeus give you any special powers? You know, Achilles got invulnerability, Heracles the strength of a god.
If you know the old stories, you know what Zeus is especially good at.
If you have that kind of talent, just call me Pandora. Beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I think I'm beginning to understand you, Cassandra.
Are you? Tell me, who do you think I am?
You answer my questions with such passion and authority. You like being in charge, don't you?
You might be right. But really, why did you bring me out here?
I thought we could continue with some more intensive training, Cassandra. If you've got some energy left.
Well then, let's begin our advanced lessons.
Thanks, Cassandra. You inspired me to train harder.
Magistrate Xanthi told me that you've been having trouble with your farm.
Crop failure. It's as if Ares herself salted the earth.
How are the crops failing?
Blight. Few plants grow, and the ones that do are wilted and covered in spots. The gods would never let this happen if they were happy. It's my godless Ilotes, I tell you. You're a messenger of Zeus. You show them the light.
I'll find out what's happening.
Oh, thank Zeus. My Ilotes, Tefta and Maron, they work the fields, but they do not respect the gods. Teach them.
I haven't seen other farms in the area with blighted crops. What could be causing the difference?
The grain grew in short and dry. Then the animals started to grow ill. Obvious signs of displeasing Persephone or her mother. Maron claims the animals have been poisoned, but I have no enemies to speak of.
What makes you blame your Ilotes for the blight? Have they tampered with the plants and animals?
They do not worship as you and I do. I thank Demeter for all she gives us at the end of each day, but they just reap the bounty of her hard work.
So, it's divine intervention.
What else dictates our fates? Ugh, Tefta won't stop babbling about the soil. Thinks I overwork my farm. Idiot woman. As if this farm hasn't been in my family for generations.
I'll go talk with your Ilotes and see what they know. I heard that the crops haven't been producing this season.
Laniki expects more crops every year. The soil needs to rest.
So there could be nothing else causing crop shortage?
I didn't say that.
You know more than you're saying.
My stomach aches and it's hard to concentrate. It's a shame that there's no mint around to chew.
Where would I get mint?
The master keeps dried herbs up at the house.
You can't get mint for yourself because...
The master keeps all the medicine. I can pick and dry the herbs, but I'm not allowed any for myself.
I'll go find some mint for you. Here you go. The herbs you needed.
Fresh is better for my stomach, but since the blight, dried is all we have left. The back patch of land is riddled with blight like I've only seen once before. My old master lost his whole farm to it. I'll never forget this smell.
The back of the farm. I'll take a look. Tanners in Kefalonia use something that smells awful to make leather. It can't be good for the soil. The earth is stained here. That can't be good for the soil. It's a wonder anything grows in this field with all this mess crushing the plants. It seems like fire is the only way to make sure of ending this blight. believe I have to tidy everything up around here. Now I'm beginning to understand Tefta's anger.
Mis Dios.
Here, your master claims this blight is the will of the gods. What do you think?
Sometimes crops fail. Could be dry soil, could be insects. It's a shame about the donkey. He was more crucial to the farm's success than the master. Or you, for that matter.
How can I make clearing the ground easier?
The hoe I'm using is falling apart. I have to fix the blade every few swings. Something more sturdy would make it go faster.
It's not like you're shackled to this patch of land. What's preventing you from getting a new hoe?
Have you ever been beaten so hard you lose hearing in one of your ears? That's what happened last time I went to market without permission.
Oh, of course. I'll look for one. Here you go. This should make digging easier.
You're all right for a stranger. Look, the water's tasted like a rusty blade for the past few weeks. Last time I had water like that was when I was downriver from a blacksmith.
Thank you. Mauled to death. May your journey across the Styx be a more peaceful end than this. Debris might be getting stuck in this net. Maybe the dead man was a fisherman. These don't look like the knife wounds of a man. I'll bet it's the metal from the armor giving the water a bad taste.